Good morning. So it is Sunday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. Today I am working. So I'm actually headed to church. I'm going to go to church first and then I'm going to go to work right after. I need to be off this Friday, so I'm going to work Sunday in exchange for Friday because today starts the new pay period. So yeah. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Let's go ahead and head to church. Hey, so it is some hours later. I worked from 10 to 4, so about 6 hours. I'll get the other 2 later on this week because I'm just ready to go. So going home, I'm gonna meal prep. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys the whole meal prep process, but I may show you guys a few clips here and there. I got a salad while I was at work, so I'm gonna eat that for dinner. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say. Blew everybody away, wear whatever I want. Dressed in a gown, everybody's like, why, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all, tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams, living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams, living in my dreams. She can make all the problems disappear. She could tell you the things you wanna hear. She could read your mind and that you could laugh. All the little lies to tell yourself at night. Never get it wrong, it's always right. Waking the plate, being the plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Living in my dreams, 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 living in my dreams.
Okay, so it's been a while since I vlogged. It's probably been about a week. I've done a lot of things in between that time, but I have not been sitting in front of the camera or just vlogging and talking to you guys. So I'm actually about to get ready to go to a going away dinner for my friend, and I have about an hour to get myself together. So I'm about to do my makeup on camera and catch you guys up on everything that's been happening. So first things first, last time we talked, I mentioned that I got a phone call. So what happened with that is, I don't know if you guys remember, you probably do from a previous vlog, I was just interested in getting a new job, and at that time someone else had applied for this position and they were getting a tour of the place, and if they decided not to go with that candidate, then they would call me. So I let it go, and a few weeks later they called me. Okay, so first thing that I did was I primed my face with this e.l.f. poreless face primer. This stuff works really good. I've had makeup last as long as like 6 hours and still look the way I did it like when I first did it, so works great. But yeah, so I get the phone call. And this is basically a school that needs a teacher for OB ultrasound. They're looking for a OB ultrasound teacher. Now, mind you, my current job does not do OB ultrasound. They have a different department that does OB. I work in the general department and they have an OB department. But I have done OB ultrasound in the past. It's just been a while since I've done it. So honestly, that was a little bit intimidating in the first place when the position was brought to my attention, because it's something that I haven't done in a long time. So I get on the phone with her, and mind you, they had already chosen a candidate, or they had another candidate who was coming in for a tour of the school and everything. And they basically told me that if this person, they decided not to go with this person, then they would call me. So it had been like a few weeks since I've even heard from them. So I went to find out, or I found out that they did go with the previous person, but because of their accreditation, they needed someone with a bachelor's degree, and this person did not have a bachelor's degree. So once they kind of like figured all that out, they realized they had to get another person, and then that's how I got the phone call. So however it happened, that's what the Lord wanted. So I was like, okay, cool. So we go ahead and we're talking on the phone, and everything sounds like a dream, honestly. Like the opportunity to teach a little bit, to do labs with them, to not have these like truly full-time hours, the opportunity to be salary if I'm full-time without having like crazy full-time hours and all these things. It just sounded amazing to me. And right now it would be like a part-time type of thing, not full-time at the moment, but the opportunity for full-time was there. So I said, okay, Lord, like this sounds pretty amazing. This sounds like what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm talking to her on the phone, and then we start to make plans for me to come up there for my own tour to see if this is something that I would even, you know, be interested in. So I don't know if I like this color. So at this point, we are talking about me taking a tour myself. So I go up there to take the tour, and the tour goes great. I mean, at first I was kind of like, I don't know about this. It was like an older place. And like, but they were making a lot of improvements. So like I'd be getting in, really they were taking a school that really wasn't doing that great and making it better. And the people happened to be a lot of people who work at my job now who had went over there and were helping like make this place better. So they had a lot of like stuff in place. They had clinic sites out of state, out of the city, and like so many things that they're doing and working on. So like as I'm going through and I'm talking to her and she's like showing me the different classrooms and different things, like I think I really was just starting to get a little bit honestly intimidated, because it's like, one, I've never taught before. Like I've taught you guys, but you know, I've never really taught before professionally. Number two, I don't do OB on a regular basis. This is not a subject that I am truly experienced in. Like I know it, but I don't like know it because I'm not constantly scanning it. And then it was just a lot. So I think as I was walking through and taking the tour, I was definitely like talking myself out of it. Like while I was doing it, I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's why this is not going to work, because blah, blah, blah. That was dark, but that's why this is not going to work. And like kind of, you know, just counting myself out as I was taking the tour. So once the tour is finished, I asked her like how many students and stuff like that, and she goes to tell me that there are like over 20 students in this particular class that I would be teaching. And I was like, I can't do it, you know, like I immediately was like, I do not want to do it. Like, how am I going to email her and let her know that it's not happening? Because absolutely not. So I began to just like wrestle with that for a while. I did it on a Friday. I took the tour on a Friday, so I had that weekend to decide if it's something that I wanted to do. She made it really clear that they had another candidate that was coming in that wanted to see the place and was like interested in the position as well, so I needed to make my decision fairly quickly. So when I left, like I said, I kind of counted it out because of just being fearful and just not feeling like I was worthy of the position. Like, why would you take me? Yes, I have a bachelor's degree, but like I don't do OB all the time, so why would you like, and I've never taught anybody anything. I have, but you know what I mean, like not professionally, so why would you want me? Like, why? So I grappled with that for a little bit, and then I contacted the person who told me about the position, because she had sent me a text message earlier before I went on the tour to say like if I needed anything, let her know, and like if I had any questions about anything, let her know, and just tell her how the tour went. So I was telling her like how I just felt very much intimidated by the position, and just like I didn't deserve it, or it didn't fit, you know. So I was telling her about that, and it's so funny because I didn't meet her at 2819, but I knew her prior because she went to my job, or she worked at the job that I worked at previously, but I reconnected with her in the line at 2819 church, and that's how this whole thing came about with this position. So of course, we go to church. So she was just talking to me about how like that's the enemy making me feel like I'm not like qualified for the position and like all those types of things, and that she'd be praying for me and to just get that confirmation from God before accepting, because she wants to make sure that this is like a position that I actually want and like that I'm fit for. Because she was like, you know, I love my job, but I love it because it's where God has me, and that's why I love it. So I want to make sure this is like where God has you, so make sure to like pray about it and all those things. So I'd already got a lot of confirmation about this being something that I should do, just to get the experience teaching and just all those types of things. But it was just still very much like, I need more confirmation. Like I need all the things, because I was just so scared because of the amount of students in the class and it being a subject I've never taught, or just being something I've never done before. So I go to 2819. This time me and my little cousin go, and it's his first time getting to see Philip Anthony Mitchell, so he was super excited just because he's seen a lot of clips and stuff online, and every time we go it's like a guest pastor. So we go, and the message got me all the way together. So the message was about the talents. You can watch it online, it's probably going around online right now, and it was just talking about all the talents and things that God gives us that we sleep on, and it was such a good message. Like I can't even get through it all at the moment, but it really just touched on a lot of things. And then he said something during the message that really got my attention. It was kind of like, you know, a lot of times we're waiting for things to be perfect, and we're waiting for this big nudge and this big push and all these things, and it's like sometimes you're gonna have to do it scared. And I felt like that was God talking directly to me. And it was so funny because when we were on the phone talking about this position, they were telling me about like the opportunity for full-time and all these different things that they had, and I was so excited about it. And then when I got to the tour, they were kind of saying like the full-time position is not there yet, almost, in that they are getting the funding, you know, for the full-time position and this, that, and the other. So when I heard that, I was kind of, well, like, that's not really what I want. Basically, I was saying, like, during the message, she was talking about how sometimes things are not, the Lord will nudge you into things that don't like seem perfect, like at that moment. You don't feel prepared for it. It's not exactly what you thought it was going to be right when you get into it, this, that, and the other. And like, but you know the Lord has called you to do this thing. Like, go ahead and jump. So when I got that message, I went ahead and I emailed the lady back and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Let me know what I need to do. What are the next steps? And I'm choosing to do it afraid. So there's that. I'm supposed to talk with them sometime this coming up week about the next steps and whatever it is that I need to do. But yeah, so that was a big thing that happened. Got that phone call. As far as myself, I have been all over the place lately, let's be honest. So I know I started like my second 6-week challenge, and then I just kind of felt led not to like exercise, which was weird. It's like I exercised for a week, and then like I went to go exercise, and everything in me was like, no, like that's not what I want you doing right now. So I was like, okay. So I haven't really been exercising. I have been trading, but not like really going at it, more so of studying a lot more. I've definitely been studying all of my stuff for trading, and it has made me such a better trader for sure. So I've kind of cut back on like the just going out there and like trying to figure it out, but just sitting back and like getting the education so that I can really be good at this, and that has been working out quite nicely. I've still been whitening my teeth, and I can't remember what else I put on my thing for the 6-week challenge, but but we're, jeez. But yeah, so we're still doing some stuff. So what I have been doing though is going out a lot more lately. And when I say going out, it's more of like experiences. So I have been like doing really like going on Instagram, and you know, like when you're on Instagram, you have a lot of ads and stuff that pop up, and like it'll just be different stuff that you can do. So like I've been doing those things. So recently I saw an ad for the bubble exhibit, and I was like, Caden will love this. So I took him and my little cousin after church to the bubble exhibit, and we all loved it. We had an amazing time. It was a blast. So much fun for adults and for kids. They had a giant bubble bath type thing, and I loved it because it was at least like 4 foot deep, and it was like clear, what do you call it? Like clear little balls like all over, kind of like a bubble bath. And like it was just so much fun because it was deep enough to where we could actually play and have fun in it. And yeah, we had a absolutely blast. Okay, and then me and my little cousin, he loves going on TikTok and finding places to eat, so we went to Halidom Eatery, which I've been seeing it, but I had never been. So I was like, you know what, let's go. So we went ahead and we went there, and that was a blast as well. So we ate there and it was super cool. Yeah, so like I said, I have been just doing more experiences and getting out of the house, which has been nice because I don't really get out of the house. I don't really like going nowhere. It's been nice to get out of the house and do something different. But with that being said, another thing that I really have another thing though that I've really been trying to work on are my finances. Like so another church service, so funny, right? So the friends, you know how I'm going to the going away dinner tonight, one of the friends who's taking me, like we're gonna ride together because it's like it's in a different city, so we're deciding to just go ahead and ride together. But it's funny because we were gonna spend the night up there because like we're like almost 2 hours away and it's gonna be late at night when we're done eating, and we're like, we might as well just go ahead and spend the night up there. So we were gonna go ahead and get the hotel, blah, 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 blah. And then we both go to 2819. She happened to go as well, so we all go to church, and like the message was, part of the talents message was about you not like squandering what the Lord has given you, especially concerning like your finances and stuff like that. So I get a text message from her like, I'm feeling very convicted about my finances, and like I don't think we should get a hotel, like is that okay with you? And it's so funny because I actually need to go ahead and rewatch the message, but it's funny because that message spoke to all of us in a different way, and I was like, that is so cool, like that's how God works. It's so cool. So yeah. So piggying back, it helps me to see like all the talents and things that the Lord has given me and the stuff that he wants me to multiply here on the earth, and what he's called me to do, and not to be not to waste it, not to bury those things, but to multiply them here on the earth, and just to be obedient and do what he's called me to do, whether I am, Jesus, there is a gnat in here on my nerves, but like whether I am scared or, you know, whatever it is. And that's the message that I got that I needed to hear for my final confirmation on taking that position. And then for her, it's like it was all about finances for her, and like that really spoke to her. So I thought that was pretty cool. But since I went ahead and accepted the position, and we'll just see what happens with it. I still may not do it. Like I don't know what's in store. We'll just see what they're talking about. But yeah, so so after that happened, now that I'm more settled and like that's not the message that I need, not that that isn't the message that I need, it was what I needed then. So now what I'm getting from the exact same message is just that you need to work on your finances. So for me, it's like I really do struggle with emotional spending. Like, let's be very serious. I use Klarna a lot, and like I'll do a lot of things where, and I'm just being honest with y'all, I'm telling on myself. But if I'm emotional, if I'm sad or whatever it might be, I'm gonna buy something, or I'm gonna go somewhere. And if I can't afford it, I'm gonna put it on Klarna. Like, let's be serious. Like that's that's what I be doing. So oh, it's so pretty. So here's my, you can't really see it, it doesn't do it justice. I'm gonna have to take a picture because the lighting is like so bright in here, and I feel like with the camera and everything, it's so bright that you can't like get like all the different colors and like how pretty this is, but it's really pretty. So I'm gonna take a picture. But before I get dressed, yeah, so talk about emotional spending. So for me, if I feel depressed or sad, like whatever the emotion is, and I just want an escape or whatever it might be, and I don't have the money for it, like I'm just gonna put it on Klarna, and then in my head, I'll pay it later. But when you have 50 Klarnas, or Afterpays, or ZipPay, or Affirm, or whatever it is that you're using, Apple for pay, for pay later, you know, it's like those things add up, and then you wonder why you can't afford your bills and the things that you do have, or why you can't give as much as you would be able to give if your own like situation was handled better. So now I want to rewatch that message and like just get that from it too as well, that I need to be a better steward of what God has given me. So when I look at my situation, there's no reason why I have so many pay later accounts and all these different things that are keeping me from being able to pay bills that really matter, all due to my emotional spending. So I have just been going through a lot, let's be honest, going through a lot. But I think the 6-week challenge really taught me consistency and like what consistency can really do for your life. You guys saw my before and after as far as my weight and just like the body recomposition and like how my body looked completely different and like so much better. Like when I put on clothes now, like I'm excited. So like, yeah, so it's like I could see that. And just with consistency and like even all the different things that I was doing during that challenge, being consistent and seeing the results, my face looks so much better. It's so much healthier. And that was just me consistently doing this face routine, consistently hitting the gym, consistently drinking my water, consistently meal prepping, and all the things that I did to have results. And when I look at other areas of my life, they need more consistency. I say all of this to say that, let's do a little quick recap. I went ahead and accepted the position. We'll see what becomes of it if I even do it, but I did do it afraid after so many confirmations and just, you know, so I went and did that. Second thing was me just not necessarily following my 6-week challenge anymore, kind of being a little AWOL. Some things I'm doing, like whitening my teeth, doing my nails, stuff like that. I haven't truly been working out, but I have been trading and getting more about like the fundamentals of trading so I can be better at that. And then I reflected over my past 6-week challenge and how successful it was and how other areas of my life need more TLC. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on right now. I took a little bit of a break from vlogging a little bit just to kind of enjoy life and live it a little bit more. And I've had my moments where I've needed to just be alone or with myself. Alone, same thing. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed and then yeah. Okay, so this is the outfit. So here's my makeup. Yeah, it's cuter here. You can see a lot better on here, but I'll still take a picture. And then I'm wearing this. I kind of think these dresses are from Fashion Nova. I have one in black and one in green. But yeah, so it's like a bodycon, I guess you could say, midi. So, ooh, child. So yeah, it goes down here. And then I got this jean jacket from my fave Shein. And then I'm just gonna put on some sandals. The restaurant we're going to, the food looks a little fancy, but like when I looked at like the people who were there and everything, they were all dressed like they were like going to a beach restaurant, like how people would dress, like polo with like khaki shorts. Like, yeah, it really wasn't too dressy, but it reminded me of like how I would dress if like I was going to a restaurant like on Hilton Head Island or like you know. So that's how I'm dressing for today. Yeah. So yeah, I want to go ahead and end this vlog here. Make sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, I talk fast. Like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye, guys.